Hello ladies and gentlemen, Aski here for Nerf TV with a hero overview for Strife. Today let's take a look at Vermillion. He's a ranged carry with good lane control and farming abilities. He gets strong initiation from his AoE slow that can set up a kill or allow his allies to comfortably follow up with stuns, and his two passives allow him to farm creeps very quickly. His ultimate is best used as an escape when you're caught in a tough situation, but it can also be used in a pinch during a teamfight.
Say cheese!
First up, let's talk about how to build his skills. The first thing you want to do is take Cheesy Ending. This will be really useful for harassing in the early game and punishing players who overextend or end up in your tower's radius. However, you don't need to level it any further past this point and should then begin to focus on your passives, as these will make farming much easier. My advice is to first pick up Deadeye on level 2 and 3 before getting Piercing Shot on level 4. This will give you some added range and damage quickly, allowing you to harass more effectively and perhaps even pick up an early kill. It will also put you in less danger as you can focus on last hitting while remaining out of range of the enemy. Picking up Piercing Shot at level 4 will boost your potential DPS, as every 6th shot will now pierce enemies and deal 45% extra damage. Try to line up shots to damage enemy heroes as well if possible. At level 5 you'll be picking up another deadly shot before getting Rocket Jump, your ultimate, at level 6. Rocket Jump works by stunning enemies and dealing magic damage while launching Vermillion backwards. The main use for this is as an escape, and in the early game this is all it should be used for. Vermillion is a pretty squishy hero and he can be subjected to ganks quite easily if his ultimate is down, as he lacks any other real forms of escape. From then on out you want to max out Deadeye at level 7 before maxing Piercing Shot and then Cheesy Ending, picking up Rocket Jump whenever possible. As far as pets go, it's really personal choice. Razor or Bounder can be really useful as it gives you some more escape potential, but just go with what you've got.
Favor is ours again. Okay.
Now for the items. I personally like to take 2 power shards to start off, as this makes last hitting a little bit easier and any harassment more effective. It leaves your HP a little bit low, and if you're too aggressive with Cheesy Ending you can run into mana problems, but play it slow and you'll be able to pick up a large percentage of last hits, and that's your main focus in the early game. Next up, you want to get the basic boots and have them couried out to your lane straight away. This makes avoiding ranged skill shots a little bit easier and should give you the opportunity for an early kill, as it will help you chase down targets. However, if you are up against a less aggressive opponent and don't feel that boots will really be needed, it might be easy to skip this step for now and instead use the 2 power shards to make either a Demon Fang, boosting your damage and attack speed for a fairly low cost, or a custom Dragon Shield made out of 2 power shards and agility gloves for a slightly more expense but a big advantage once you get it. After getting either of these, follow up by finishing off the boots. For the complete boots there are 3 options. Further boots, which can be activated to give you a movement speed boost, useful for escaping or chasing and can also add to your attack speed. Power boots, which adds to your overall damage, or spring boots, which can be useful for chasing or attacking as well. Personally, I like to push the attack speed with Vermillion and take advantage of Piercing Shot passive more often, so I would recommend the further boots myself. Next up, I like Vampiric Dagger, as it will grant you lifesteal and more attack speed, which will scale nicely into the late game. If you got the Dragon Shield earlier, pick up Demon Fang here as well. As you get into the late game, Wound Splitter can be a great choice, as it adds substantial damage and attack speed, as well as a 20% chance of doubling your damage. Crushing Mace is also important if the enemy team are quite armor heavy, and Zealot's Blade can give you an edge when chasing down targets or fleeing. Frost Prism is also a possible alternative to Zealot's Blade. It's a better choice once you're actually in combat than the Zealot's Blade in my opinion, but the Zealot's Blade gives you more movement speed to assist in ganks and get good positioning before you actually initiate. During the early game you want to focus on last hitting and a small amount of harassment. Harass by combining Cheesy Ending to slow them before auto attacking as they flee. Don't chase them too far and don't harass at the cost of last hitting. You need some good gold early game. If you choose to go for a Dragon Shield, you can start to get really aggressive and pick up some early kills and force them off the lane. Your range damage and defense at this point are enough for you to really start to take control and bring down the first tower if you like. Into the mid game you want to continue to focus heavily on farming to keep your lead. You should be able to bring down towers effectively alone, and if the enemy team is all over the other side of the map, make sure to punish them for it and push hard on the opposite side lane. Don't be afraid to roam when needed, but you really don't want to fall behind on your gold per minute. You will be of more value to the team fights later if you get the most of your items in the earlier part of the game. Once you get into the late game in team fights, make sure to hang to the back of any encounters. Focus on their attack damage carry, followed by the casters, and don't get distracted by big bulky enemies at the front. Save your ultimate until you need to escape. You still will be one of the lowest defense targets on your team and should be careful not to get caught out of position or attacked by an assassin hero. So that is our Vermillion guide and basic build. Stay tuned for more Strife guides and videos, but for now I've been ASCII here for Nerf TV. Thank you for watching.